Hello students. In our previous videos, it is noticed that Donna Laura visits the park regularly. She feeds the pigeons by her breadcrumbs. Don Gonzalo is in an angry mood because his bench was occupied by the priests. He disturbs the bird. Then Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura argue with each other. Donna Laura criticizes Don Gonzalo for using a shoe brush as a handkerchief. Then she taunts on his eyesight as well. Don Gonzalo tells her that every Sunday he would take his gun and dog and visit his estate near Aravaca and killed time. Aravaca is a city in the outskirts of Madrid. Then, to support his statement, he adds that he has a wild boar's head in his study. For that, Donna Laura counters, telling that she would show a tiger's skin in her body. So what does it prove? Now, Don Gonzalo wants to stop talking with her. So she says, "Very well, Senora, please allow me to read." Till here we stopped in our last class. "Well, you subside then," Donna Laura told Don Gonzalo to keep quiet. Don Gonzalo, "But first, I shall take a pinch of snuff." Takes out snuff box. "Will you have some?" Snuff is a chocolate powder which is used to inhale. He is offering her a pinch of snuff. Don Gonzalo offers box to Donna Laura. Donna Laura questions if it was of a good quality, then she would use it. Don Gonzalo assures that it is of the finest quality, so she would like it. Donna Laura taking pinch of snuff. She takes pinch of snuff and she tells that it clears her head. Don Gonzalo, "And mine. It clears his head too." Donna Laura asked Don Gonzalo if he sneezed. Don Gonzalo replied, "Senora, that he would sneeze 3 times. Donna Laura, "And so do I. What a coincidence." So, both of them would sneeze 3 times after taking a pinch of snuff. So it was a coincidence. After taking the snuff, they await the sneezes, both anxiously, and sneeze alternately 3 times each. So alternatively 3 times each they sneezed. Donna Laura feels better. Don Gonzalo is just asking her that he wants to read some book. Donna Laura, "The snuff has made peace between us." Aside, it is a dramatic device. Here, the character Donna Laura wants to tell only the audience The remaining characters of the play are not given any information about this one. Donna Lara informs the audience that the snuff has made peace between us. In other words, she wants to tell that now her anger against Don Gonzalo has gone away. She is now in good terms with Don Gonzalo, but Gonzalo is not aware of it. Now, Don Gonzalo, will you excuse me if I read aloud? For the first time, he is expressing his politeness. He is exhibiting a gentleman quality. He is asking permission. Earlier, when he sat beside her, he did not ask permission. He simply greeted her. But now, will you excuse me if I read aloud? He is asking permission so that he could read aloud. Donna Lara, yes, she did not have any objection. She was pleased by his behavior at that time, so she gave permission and she told him that to read as loud as he pleased, so that anyhow he would not disturb her. Don Gonzalo, reading. He takes the book and just the book was already in his hand and he starts reading the lines. All love is sad, but sad as it is the best thing that we know. That is from Campoamor. So Campoamor is a famous Spanish writer. So these lines are from the Campoamor. All love is sad, but sad as it is. The meaning of these lines are most famous love stories have sad ending. For example, like Romeo and Juliet, they met a sad end. So famous love stories have a sad end, but sad end it is the best thing that we know. But true love is a great quality. It is essential to know about true love, even if they are sad, but one must know the true love. So he says, love is sad, but it is the best thing that we know. Donna Lara, she feels that he has read these lines from the Campoamor. Don Gonzalo, reading. He continued his reading. The daughters of the mothers I once loved kiss me now as they would a graven image. Those lines, I take it, are in a humorous way. So there is a touch of humor, he says. He takes it in a humorous way. The meaning of this one, the daughters of the mothers I once loved. The person loved girls or women in his past life, and those lovers might have given birth to their daughters, and now those daughters would kiss him since he had an ideal image. He loved the mothers of those daughters, and he had such an ideal image that those daughters would come and kiss him. So he takes it in a humorous way. Donna Lara starts laughing. I take them so too. She also feels that these lines are meant to be laughed at. Don Gonzalo. There are some beautiful poems in this book. Here, 20 years pass, he returns. Donna Lara is just insulting him by saying that she can't imagine that Don Gonzalo is reading with those glasses. You cannot imagine how it affects me to see you reading with all those glasses. Then Don Gonzalo inquires if she could read without any glasses. Don Lara answered affirmatively. Of course, she would read without glasses. Certainly. At this age, you are joking. You are jesting means you are joking. Donna Lara told him, pass me the book then. So she takes the book, reads aloud. 20 years pass. He returns, and each, beholding the other, exclaims, can it be that this is he? Heavens, it is she. She reads the lines from that book. Then she returns the book to Don Gonzalo. Here the meaning of these lines, 20 years pass, he returns. Means here there is a reference of two persons. They meet, they are going to meet after 20 years, and just they are recalling their memory, and just they are going to recognize and they identify each other that it was he and it is she. It is reference to two persons who meet after long period. Don Gonzalo, indeed, I envy your wonderful eyesight. He tells that he feels jealous of her eyesight. Now again Donna Lara aside telling to the audience, I know every word by heart. Actually, she did not read. Her eyesight also is as poor as Don Gonzalo's, but she knew every word by heart. These lines she knows by heart. So she is perfect with these lines. So she tells that she knows every word by heart aside to the audience. Don Gonzalo, I am very fond of good verses, good poems. He likes good poems, and he has even composed some poems in his youth. Donna Lara is asking, were they good ones? Whether he composed good poems? For that, Gonzalo replied that of all kinds. Some were good, some were mixed, etc. He continued that he was a great friend of Esperanzada, Zorilla, Bequer, and others. So Esperanzada, Zorilla, Bequer, they are famous Spanish writers and others. He tells that he is a friend of these great Spanish writers, and he continued that he first met Zorilla in America. Donna Lara, why have you been in America? Don Gonzalo told her that many times. First time when he visited America, he was only 6 years old. Again here, Donna Lara is making fun of him by asking, you must have gone with Columbus in one of his caravels. Caravels means journeys. So Columbus discovered America. So she makes fun that he might have traveled with Columbus and discovered America. Don Gonzalo laughs. Now he is not in a mood of confrontation. A pinch of snuff has established peace between them. Now everything he is going to take it in a lighter note. Don Gonzalo laughing. Not quite as bad as that. I am old. Okay, Columbus discovered America, it's a good thing. But he admits that he is old. But he did not know Ferdinand and Isabella. He is not as old as to say that he knew Ferdinand and Isabella. Ferdinand and Isabella are the monarchs of Spain. They are king and queen of Spain. They both laugh now. For the first time, it is noticed that in the play, they laugh together. There is no argument this time. There is no taunting of each other. So they have almost become friends here. I was also a great friend of Campamore. He told that he is also a great friend of Campamore. I met Campamore in Valencia. I am a native of that city. He gives the information that he is a native of Valencia city. Donna Laura, you are the native of Valencia? Don Gonzalo, I was brought up there, and there I spent my early youth. Have you ever visited that city? Yes, Sinar. Donna Laura, yes, Sinar. Not from Valencia, there was a villa still there. Should retain memories of me. I spent several seasons there. It was many years ago. It was near the sea, hidden among lemon and orange trees. They call it, let me see, what did they call it? Just she's recalling the name of that villa. Villa means bungalow. That in Valencia, not far from Valencia, there is a villa or bungalow named Maricela. So there she gives the information to Don Gonzalo that she spent several seasons in that villa, and it was many years ago. That villa is hidden away among lemon and orange trees, and the name of that villa is Maricela. So when Don Gonzalo hears the word Maricela, he is startled. He feels that somewhere he is talking about his personal life. So he startled. Donna Lara, Maricela, is that name familiar to you? Yes, very familiar. If my memory serves me right, for we forget as we grow old. He admits that with age, person loses his memory, but still there lived in that villa the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. And I assure you, I have seen many. So he tells that, Don Gonzalo tells Donna Lara that, yeah, Maricela, he still remembers that building because in that building he has seen the most beautiful woman. And he tells that he has seen many women, but she was the most beautiful he had ever seen in his life. And what was her name? Just he was fumbling. Laura Lorenta. Now Donna Laura, it is the turn of Donna Laura to get surprised. Donna Laura startled. Laura Lorenta? Donna Laura, yes. They look at each other intently. So at this stage of the drama, we come to know that they know each other. So, but how they are going to hide their identity? Donna Lara didn't tell anything about herself. She recovering herself, nothing. She tells that he reminded her of her best friend. How strange! It is strange. Donna Lara says it is strange. She was called the Silver Maiden. Yes, perfectly, precisely. Donna Lara endorses it. That she was called the Silver Maiden. And Don Gonzalo also agrees, and he tells that, yes, Silver Maiden. He still remembers by that name she was famous in that locality. So now he is just recalling. He tells that I seem to see her as if she were before me now at that window with the red roses. Do you remember that window? So he just recalls the Silver Maiden, Laura Lorenta, standing at her window with red roses in her villa. Yes, Donna Laura, yes, I remember. It was the window of her room. So she tells, she remembers. Don Gonzalo, she spent many hours there. I mean, in my day. Don Gonzalo, yes. He tells, in his days, she used to stand at the window. Donna Laura now recovering, sighing. And in her days too, and in my day, in my days too, she stood at the window with red roses. So now we come to know that they both belong to the same place, that is Valencia, and both of them are associated with the villa or bungalow named Marisilla, and both are now familiar or related to Laura Lorenta. Here, both recognize each other, but they are not going to reveal their true identity. So I stop here. I continue. Thank you.